Good morning everyone. For today's video, I will going to report about forensic social work. The objectives of this report is to know what is forensic social worker, to know what is the function of forensic social worker, and last, to know what is the responsibilities of forensic social worker. First, what is forensic social work? Social work practice which in any way is related to legal issues and litigation, both criminal and civil. Child custody issues involving separation, divorce, neglect, termination of parental rights, the implication of child and spouse abuse, juvenile and adult justice services, corrections, and mandated treatment all fall under this definition. Forensic from Webster, the application of scientific knowledge to legal matters or adjudicatory proceedings. Those in forensic social work, legal and court proceeding are informed and influenced by case studies and testimony of social workers. Next, function of forensic social work. Forensic social work typically use their legal expertise to work within court system, child and family agencies, hospitals, mental health agencies, substance abuse agencies, correctional facilities, prisons, and faith-based institutions. Forensic social work is defined as anything that a professional social worker, those in the field of criminal or civil law, whether for the plaintiff or complainant or defendant or the respondent of a case. Next, work settings and responsibilities. Forensic social workers work in an incredibly wide variety of settings, including but not limited to courthouse, correctional facilities and juvenile hall, psychiatric hospital, rape crisis centers, domestic violence support centers, and legal advocacy groups. In the PH, it is evolving as a specialized field of social work practice. The social worker in FSW may act as a witness, a court employee, or a consultant. It is a practice in a secondary setting like medical social workers, school social workers, and etc. The FSW may provide consultation to the law enforcement personnel, lawmakers, attorneys, paralegals, community members, correctional officers, doctors, psychiatrists, and etc. They may also be involved in the training of law enforcement personnel and advocacy program in the criminal justice system. Next is correctional facilities. Forensic social worker can work in correctional facilities to support inmates at the moment of their incarceration, throughout their internment, and upon their release. Core duties include intake coordination, psychiatric evaluation, and support. Forensic social workers at jails may work in intake services by providing support services, psychiatric evaluation, and a risk assessment to people in custody. So next is psychiatric hospitals. Another important setting in which forensic social workers support the incarcerated and recently released inmates on probation is the psychiatric department of hospitals, many which have units devoted to working with severely mentally ill youth or adults involved in the criminal justice system. So in this case, uh, the forensic social worker should uh, should bring her or his client to the hospital by checking if meron bang pagbabago sa kanyang mental ill uh, dahil sa kanyang problema or sa kanyang dinadalang problema. So next is care coordination. So forensic social workers at psychiatric hospital tend to follow their clients through multiple systems and situations, particularly if these clients have been recently released from jail. So forensic social workers at hospital often provide intensive wraparound services to clients in collaboration with medical, mental health, and human services professionals. Intensive wraparound services is a general term for a comprehensive, holistic, and individualized method of care coordination, mental and physical health services, and case management. Next is support during transition to society. For clients released from prison, forensic social workers in medical settings provide targeted and holistic support. The clients that are accepted into our program are usually unemployed, many are without any housing, have no insurance, and few have family support. So, according to Robert, the client face the challenges of trying to survive, which is true, with the fewest resources possible. For instance, when a client gets out of jail, they have nothing, no place to live, no money, no food. We do the best we can to support and stabilize them during this difficult time. Next is guidance in navigating court and legal system. So, forensic social workers who work with victims of crimes such as rape or domestic abuse can help their clients understand their rights and navigate the legal system. In addition to crisis intervention, forensic social workers can provide long-term support to victims who decide to take their case to court. So in this case, uh, sometimes victims of sexual abuse or other crimes do not come forensic social workers do not come forward for months or years. In these cases, forensic social workers inform victims of their legal options and explain the process of pursuing justice. So, in addition, I would like to uh, tell what are forensic social worker do not do. Uh, they, as a forensic social worker, do not give legal advice to the client or interpret the law for client and represent client in legal proceedings, because as a forensic social worker you can only support, counsel, listen, advocate, assess, evaluate, and last create change for the client. So that will be all uh, for my topic about forensic social worker. Thank you for listening and God bless.